Okay, so what we're going to do right now is after you have the apple set up, I want you to go ahead and start shaping with those sketch lines, shaping the shape of your apple. And then I want you to put your light source up at the top, shining down and where you think the light's going to be hitting. Then we're going to draw a little line so where like that middle of the apple part is. And remember this right here. This is like a kind of a curved line. It's kind of like the donut. When I was drawing this, I was thinking about that donut. So draw that curved line there, and then that line's going to be really, really dark because it's kind of deep in there. So you're going to want to do some really dark shaded lines right there. Kind of bring that up a little bit. And then you can go down to the bottom and start adding some more shading right down here. And then kind of come up to the sides. When you look at the actual apple that you're looking at, see where it's the darkest. And then kind of see like where the light hits. Right now we're just using a regular pencil. But I think eventually we can get into doing some shading with colored pencils. But for now, we're going to just practice. Remember, my lines are kind of messy. I'm not doing it perfectly. You can also blend these. I can't blend them with this pencil, but if you want to blend those lines up a little bit, that'll make it look really nice. You can also do another apple in front or next to it if you would like to show overlapping. These don't really overlap, they're just next to each other, but if I did an overlapping apple, it would be right in the front right here. But this apple is to the side and it's a little bit in front of it, so I'm drawing it lower down. Okay, so I'm kind of doing the same thing. I'm just adding these lines. I've also decided here, when I was looking at this apple, I saw that the lines of the apple kind of went up and then they kind of came down. So I decided to add those lines in my apple. It's just like the donut too, that creates that dimension. Okay, then you're going to want to add some shading at the bottom, again, because that's where the light is hitting, or is it not hitting actually, the light's hitting up here. So this is really dark down here. But really look at your apple, see where the lighting is shining. My apples are really round, so yours might have like a different, more traditional shape. It just depends on what you're looking at. Make sure to draw what you see today. Okay, so now I'm just kind of playing with some of the, now I'm putting in the stem. This apple did not have a stem, so I'm not drawing it, but this one did. And it went out farther than the apple. Now we're going to draw the dark shadow. I got my darkest black that I had, and you can do it a little easier with your pencil, but remember the shading is on the bottom, really dark, and that's going to be the darkest black that you're going to be using with your pencil. Look at the shadow that the light casts off your apple. So when I was drawing mine, I was really looking at that shadow along the bottom of both sides. There's also a shadow in between these two because it's a little bit darker right there. All right, and that is your apples. So you can go ahead and experiment a little bit if you want to try some different shapes or try looking at it from an angle. I'm kind of like looking at it straight on or like on top, but if you wanted to try it more on the side, you can do it that way. But remember just to draw what you see for your apples.